like January, February, we just had a lot of unexpected things happen. I had medical stuff and dental stuff show up that was thousands of dollars that I didn't expect to happen. And so in all of that kind of situation, just going, man, God, it just seems like we're getting real thin here. And then that was about the time COVID hit, and Brandon's job got furloughed a couple of times in the mix of everything.
I think everyone was in for a shock with the way COVID happened. A lot of unknowns kind of came out of the woodwork around employment and a steady income and things that you think to rely on.
We're kind of going, man, God, what are you up to? Like, how can I find you in the midst of what it seemed like every month of 2020 was just like a major hit out of a major hit out of a major hit.
The time since starting the Nathan Initiative has been him showing up.
We just started seeing God show up over and over and over, to where when his furlough happened, it was not even a question that God wasn't going to take care of our finances. Whether it was going to be a short furlough or a long furlough or maybe a complete job loss, we just didn't know what that was going to look like.
But throughout that time, I was reminded through community and also in my prayer time that there is one that we rely on, and there is one that we can trust fully in any time, in high clover, in times of despair, that his mercies renew each morning. And a lot of my prayers had been asking for him to increase my faith, and to see that he shows up and he's an on-time kind of God, just reinforced the idea that he wants us to put him as Lord over everything in our lives, including our finances. And if anything, going through the past few months has shown that he shows up. If he's going to ask you to do something, he'll make sure that you are equipped to do that. And I think God has just been consistent with his blessing and his assurances that he is in control.
I honestly think for both of us, though, that it wasn't an option. It's not an option, or like it wasn't a choice of like, well, I guess we're not doing Nathan Initiative anymore. Like, if anything, I think it's just more allowed us to rely on God in that, of going, he's provided so much, he will provide.
And to be encouraged by my brothers in faith that are standing up and saying, like, I'm going to be a part of this. I'm going to see that my finances are in order, my family is in order, our heart's in the right place to continue to give in a way that's sacrificial, but also honors God by giving some of our money, but mostly our hearts, right? Giving all of our hearts and really putting God first. And so it's been encouraging to walk along other couples and families that are constantly, each week seeking to put God first in their lives. And that just reinforces my understanding that God is really present in community, and he likes to see when people lay down their life to give him glory.
I've been really encouraged that God would take his time to show up in our lives, in like the good and the bad and the in-between. But I think that's something that just really has encouraged me, is every time I see him show up, just his faithfulness, that he's the God through the ages, that his character doesn't change, his nature doesn't change. It is about the heart, and it's about us saying we're in this for the next 2 years, no matter what those 2 years look like. We don't know, we had no idea, when we made the Nathan Initiative, that what this year would look like. We don't know what next year is going to look like, but we do know that we serve a God that's faithful.
I think today, more than ever, we live in a city where it's looking for meaning, it's looking for hope, it's looking for purpose, and it's looking for a chance to connect with other people. And I think that's what Antioch Fort Worth is doing through the Nathan Initiative, is preparing a space, right? They're preparing a place for more life groups, for more life-giving opportunities to have people meet Jesus, to find the meaning in their life, to find a way to connect with others and have friendships and have a chance to just praise God. And I think that's really exciting, and what I'm encouraged about and want to encourage others to partner with Antioch and the Nathan Initiative in particular, to see this future blessing that's coming, and just be a part of something that's going to really take off.
He's worthy for us to follow him. He's worthy for us to commit to him because we trust him. So I think that's something that, even just thinking along those lines, that's really encouraging to me, is that we serve an awesome God. I'm Deanna.
I'm Brandon.
And we're given to God.
And given for others.